everybody, Cinephile Mike here. Today I am joined by Norwegian filmmaker Ragnhild Nøst Bergem to discuss her new documentary, Being Ola, this warm and thoughtful and deeply human portrait that's now making its way to UK and Irish audiences through the Oscar Bright Film Festival and Tull Stories. Ragnhild, Ola, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me today.
Thank you so much for inviting us.
Yes, thank you.
So, first off, congratulations to both of you for bringing the film to new audiences. For each of you, what has it been like to see this story now traveling beyond Norway and connecting with international audiences?
Do you want to start?
I'm kind of like surprised that my story is so global and so like connecting could like break some borders and break some like barriers. I'm kind of surprised and kind of proud. I never felt like that before, but it's interesting. Interesting feeling.
Yeah. So we've been traveling a lot around in Norway with the film for the cinema release, and it's also been on national television and stuff. So we've been meeting a lot of Norwegian audiences, and that has been just great, right? With such a nice experience, and also been traveling around at film festivals and stuff outside Norway. But now we are really, really looking forward to the trip to England in 1 week.
Absolutely.
And also to be a part of the festival and to have some screenings around. So yeah, it's going to be great.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
So, Lula, what was it like for you the first time you saw the finished film and just watched your life on screen?
It was interesting because I knew that I know that face. I knew that face or know that face that was on the screen, but I couldn't connect with the things he was like telling. I couldn't connect with the thoughts he like shared because it wasn't like me. I thought it was some other guy who had their voice over my face. So it's interesting. But it's like now I have like this feeling that it's me who said it, and I can stand for everything who is said in that movie. And I'm kind of relieved, kind of. Also, I hope that maybe it open up for new stories to be told. Maybe. Yeah.
That's nice.
That's my dream.
Nice. And one of the things I have to say that I really loved watching, by the way, you have a very infectious smile. Every time we got this close-up of you smiling or telling a story, it warmed my heart. I could just see how much joy came from your everyday life, your friendships with Lasse, with the residents. Were there any moments you were especially happy that got included in the film?
I'm very glad that the washing scene. I really love the washing scene because then I'm like kind of like in my own like environment and in my own like habit, you could say, like in my own like this humoristic guy that everyone knows that have always been there, because this likes, you can say, like a reflected guy. It's like not so like common to see, or was not so common to see before. And that's interesting. I'm glad that Ragnhild decided to have it with. I'm very glad.
And Ragnhild, one of the things that really comes through the film is this strong sense of trust and openness. How did you approach building that relationship so that the documentary could feel both intimate without ever getting, very intrusive?
Yeah. So I used many years, and I'm the cinematographer as well. So it's only me being present when I film, and the project started 10 years ago. So I was a film student at the time, and I made a short documentary film from the village. And Ola, you were one of the persons I filmed for my short documentary, and I could not leave the place and the people for that short documentary. So I went back 2 years later and started filming again. And I didn't know what it would end up being or anything other than that I wanted to explore this more. And since I already knew Ola a bit from before, I started filming with you again. And over the years, I just filmed more and more with you. And then it ended up being a documentary about Ola. So I think that one thing is it's only me there. So we have become good friends over the years, and we still are after.
Still are very good friends.
Yeah. And also that we got this kind of relationship where we could talk about things, and I could ask you any questions, I think. And then we had like these deep conversations, and obviously it's Ola's answers in the film, not mine. but my feeling is that we had like this conversation back and forth, reflecting on life, and yeah. So I think that's maybe the two most important things. Me being there alone over many years. Yeah.
And as you said, filming Ula, interviewing him, but also the village and the people around him feels so essential to this film. It's almost like the supporting character in the film. So how did you go about, and I know you worked on the editing as well. How did you think about capturing not just Ula's story, but the environment and the community that shaped this film, and how you went about piecing it together? Because for so many years, to shave this down to an hour and 12 minutes. What was that process like?
That was a tough process. I had a
For
lot
sure.
of hours with material. And I really like your question because I mean the village is it's such a fantastic place. And you have these type of villages around the world. It's 6 of them in Norway, and you will also find them, yeah, around. And I was so fascinated when I first visited the place 10 years ago because I didn't know about this place at all. And you are living like a bit different, close together, close to nature, slower pace, different type of life, and kind of a life that I think a lot of us wants to live, but we don't. And then when I filmed, I get to be a part of that type of living every time I visited. So I really like that. And I filmed a lot around in the village, not only with you. And in the editing process, I did exactly what you said. I made the village as a character. I mean, I had the main character, you. I had the village, and I had your friend Lasse, and I also had me as a character. So that was like what we worked on. But it was really important to show the way they live in the village. And not because I think that's the best way for everyone to live, but it's important to show that this is also a way you can do it. So, and I really loved the place. And now, since I'm not filming, I'm not there as often, and I miss it. Yeah, I do.
It's kind of mirroring the phone call that Ula has with Lasse when you guys were talking for the one of the first times right before you went to Copenhagen.
Yeah.
Denmark and Norway, two countries on my bucket list. I'll get there one day. I'll get there.
Yes, you should definitely.
More than welcome.
Yeah.
We have lots of countries, so there are landscape here who are like unlike people who don't live. We aren't so many people here. So the country is quite big, and the country is quite like, we have like still a lot of country to like be uncovered, undiscovered.
Yeah.
So, Ragnhild, one more for you. As a filmmaker and a cinematographer, you referenced you did both. Your camera feels incredibly gentle and observant. You know, especially these beautiful sequences where we just see the landscape and the countryside in the different seasons. Like there's a moment in the winter I was like, "Ooh, can I screenshot that for a screensaver or a postcard?" It's just so beautiful. How?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So, how did you approach the visual language to make it feel so warm and yet so intimate while still touching on this subject matter?
Well, before I studied film, I was educated as a photographer. So I think the way I think when I film is as a still photographer, because I really like to just set up the camera like this with a tripod and then put it like right in front of the camera. And also the village with the different seasons, it was also a kind of a storyline during the film, like winter, spring, summer, fall. And I also like to come really close with the camera, close up to you, your face. So I'll use. So I'm not working on a really big camera and a lot of stuff. Just kind of a small camera with also like a 50mm lens, and coming really close to you. I think maybe the camera is like almost up there in the interview shots of you. So maybe it's a bit close, but I hope it's fine. But yeah, it's important for me because it's like such a visual place, the visual. So I loved being around and filming like the animals, the different seasons. It's Christmas, you know. So it was kind of yeah, I was really happy when I was filming those shots as well. Yeah.
And I have to say, while yes, I do this film critic work, I also work as an educator. And the school I work in, I actually teach theater to students that are on have a wide range of disability. So it was really beautiful for me to see how this works because I understood those relationships and it's really special. I'm even hoping I can show this film to my students just to show them how this is. So I want to say how, how heartfelt it was for me just to see some of the other work that I do here on film. And, I know what I took away from this film, but I'm curious for both of you. After audiences leave Being Ola, what is something that you hope stays with them the most?
I think maybe the feeling that non-stories like have to be untold, and non-stories deserve to be like put in a box. And if I'm pretty sure if everyone will like think twice, then you really have everyone have some in their network which don't have the feel, like they don't have the arena to tell their story. And it's just to be open and just to be like interested in their story as well, and not paint the story softer or lighter because it's not, you think it's not good enough for the cinema, but to find a way to support without making the story better, making the story lighter, because then it's taking away a bit of the magic. To do it like Ragnhild did, it's perfectly done. I think it's nice work.
Thank you. I would like to say that one of the goals was to show that I mean, we are more alike than what we think. And the motivation, I think, for you, and also one of them for you and for me, is that when we started this project, in Norway at least, there was not many movies or TV series with people with disabilities. And it's important to show that we have the same questions around life. We struggle with the same things, right? And that's important to show. And now the last years here in Norway, it's been a change in that field. So now we have a lot of TV series and films and stuff. And that's great to be, hopefully have been a part of that change. And also, I hope people will go out and feel like warm at heart. And that we need to take care of each other. I mean, like, the world is so dark, and hopefully they can be like uplifted with when seeing the film. That we need each other, and everyone needs help sometimes. That's how life is. Yeah, and Ola is a great man. I love to film for these years.
I love to be filmed also, but it's not gonna be. I've been asked this like a few days ago. I was asked if it's gonna come another movie about me, and I think I'm pretty like satisfied with what have been done and what have been like how it was, and then I'm more glad of being a support actor than the main actor, like the main character. So I'm more like to be like a support role, but not the main character anymore. I think like
no.
Well, you definitely have the charisma to pull off either one.
Yeah.
That's good. That's nice.
So, Ragnhild, Ola, thank you so much for this lovely conversation. Congratulations on the film, getting out there, reaching even more audiences. I hope we get it to come out here stateside very soon. I know I'll be following it. For everyone watching, Being Ola screens as part of the launch of the Oscar Bright Film Festival and begins its UK and Irish cinema release through Tell Stories on April 3rd. Be sure to check local listings for upcoming screenings. We'll try to include some of those links in the notes below. Again, I am Cinephile Mike, and please remember, take a break and watch something new.